What up, man? It's your boy XK and Gassing TV. We are in the building, and I'm not going to try to pronounce it because I'm going to mess it up. I'm horrible with names. Can you say your name for the people?
Yefta.
Yeah, that part. And where can they get you on social media? You say Instagram?
At Yefta's Mind, yep.
You got to spell that because they're going to be...
At YEFTASMIND. At Yefta's Mind.
That part, man. And our sponsors today is Juice Man. Juice, like always, he's making a batch, so get prepared for that. And let's go ahead and get started. Where are you? Are you from Topeka?
At this point, yeah, I've been here for 20-some years. So I grew up in Germany until I was 9 and then moved here. And so I started here in 4th grade, basically. And I've been in Topeka ever since.
Got you. You said Germany. Was your parents in the military or?
Nope. The whole family was born over there. Everybody before them came from over there, and
that's dope.
Yeah,
that's dope.
Ended up over here.
That's crazy. How was school over here? I gotta ask. How was that? Is it different?
Yep. For school, pretty much 4 hours a day.
4 hours a day?
Yep.
Oh shit. My bad. You know what I mean? But damn, that's okay. Do you think that they gave more education at that time, or?
I think they gave smaller doses that were easier for kids to take on or to absorb or whatever.
So you can grasp it a lot easier.
And then the rest of the days for playtime or family time or whatever, and that's probably a little bit more important at that stage in your life than just learning a bunch of stuff and getting hit with information. Like that's one way to do it, but there's other ways too that. There's other methods that indicate that more playtime is the healthier thing.
Yeah, right. So was it a shell shock when you came over here and had to hit them? You had to go for 8?
Kind of, but it was also kind of weird coming here and just seeing like how much fun kids were having and like what a good time people were having and
that's what's up.
Experiments that were fun. Like I remember in Germany just really kind of having a bad time, but like I also went to a Catholic school. They walked us to this Catholic church, and when it was time to get on our knees, there was certain rows that had pads, and then there was ones that just had wood.
For the bad kids.
And they put all the kids just at the front on the wood ones, and so more than anything, I just went there and was pissed off, like that.
Right.
That I had to get on something hard and my knees would hurt, like I didn't think about anything past that, so it kind of like pissed me off.
Got you.
So when I came here, everybody was having a good time, and I was like, "This is."
We don't have to go to church. You mean got to go to the church? Yeah, I bet you that would have been different.
It was just a whole different thing, and even though it was more time, like we just, I don't know, had a good time.
Where'd you go to school at?
I came here in 4th grade and went to Whitson.
Got you. What middle school?
And then I went to Robinson after that.
Okay. In high school?
And then after that, I went to Topeka High, and then I ended up graduating from Hope Street.
Got you. You play any sports?
No, I enjoyed running. I enjoyed all kinds of sports, but for the school, pretty much, like by the time I came in there freshman year, before that, even middle school on, I was pretty much just trying to get high and like do my thing.
I understand that. I concur with that.
So, all the shit that you would expect out of somebody that hates themselves, I guess, like is what I was doing.
Got you.
So
did you get any trouble, or if you mind me asking?
Yeah, and I got the pass on some serious shit too, and like had some things that could have gotten way more crazy. And thinking back on a lot of situations, like how shit wasn't worse than it was. And,
right.
Yeah, I don't know.
Did you learn from your mistakes?
At this point, yeah.
Yeah.
I have a completely different outlook on life and situation and things that I'm involved with. So.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Yeah. I always tell the story like when I was doing my shit. I was in California, Oakland to be exact, and I met this black lady. Didn't know her from nothing. You know what I mean? And she was just like, "Baby, promise me something." My mom, what the fuck this lady talking about? Okay, cool. Got you. You learn from your mistakes. At this point, everything's good. So I'm like, shh. Okay. Got some stuff went to college, as people say, you know what I mean, and got out and was like, yeah, this ain't for me. But it clicked though. When I got out, I was like, oh, that's what she was talking about. Mm-hmm. So I started doing stuff like this, you know what I mean, managing artists. But you said when we first met, like we met, it was strange. Like you actually sent me some tracks out the blue. I'm like, okay, cool. I'm about to tap into it and played it, and the shit was hot to me. You know what I mean?
Thank you.
And you said you've been doing this for 15 years, so did you start in school?
No, kind of. I did have a teacher at Robinson at one point that, shout out Miss Sonic, that had some moments where she would have us like resort to like poetry or slam poetry or like even just expose us to it and like invite us to.
So you did slam poetry?
Yeah. What's that?
You did slam poetry at one time?
I can't say that I did it, but like I kind of like dabbled with it on my own time, you know
That
what I
shit's
mean? Like
hard to
enjoyed
me.
it and thought it was cool, you know, and like
Yeah.
checked out shit that was related to that for sure. And then I met some friends later on in middle school. My friend Hassan and a couple other guys that were making music, and I thought it was super dope.
Yeah.
I always had been around music. Like my parents were involved with like playing instruments and being in bands and stuff all my life, so was always kind of around that. And so around that time, like they were all making rap music, and I was loving it and being around, like seeing people making beats and rapping and writing and all that. And the whole time, I just kind of did it on my own time and shared it with a couple friends just here and there, and they were like, "Man, that's pretty cool. Like keep that going." And I just always liked it. Like I always had so much fun doing it, or like relaxing from it. Or, like I get off work and hop in the car and go somewhere and be pissed off about some shit and just like
Stress
break a bitch down over an instrumental, you know, like
Yeah,
just really like
Stress
just
reliever.
take it out, you know. Nobody needed to hear it.
Yep.
Like nobody would ever hear it, you know what I mean? Like
Did you
something
just-
that would totally not be cool if I were to just run up and say it to you. Like I would just turn it into like some type of like spoken word or poetic or rap type thing, you know, and
I used to
just use it
love
to
doing
use
that.
it to breathe, you know, like really.
Yep. I used to love doing that, rapping until your stomach hurt. You know what I mean? I don't know. I just, like I told yesterday, I had a hard time expressing myself as a child. So when I got to middle school, instead of snapping, I learned how to rap. You know what I mean? I started writing raps and freestyling. And I, like you said, get in your zone. Somebody make you pissed off, I'm gonna write a whole song, and then I'll be done. I'll be cool, calm down, collective. That makes me ask another question, man. So, and we talked about it. I've been talking about it. I want to get your opinion. So, how do you feel about the mental health in males? Like, do you think it's like as far as somebody's having mental issues or breakdowns or depressed or anxiety? I feel like it's pushed underneath the rug for men are told to tighten up or suck it up.
I mean, I think in some situations or some circles, like me doing what I do professionally, like I'm kind of like part of the, I guess, people that are kind of changing it a little bit, you know, or like encouraging people to talk more with each other and check on your friends. Don't be scared of certain questions, like, you know what I mean? Like, yes, people are going to have thoughts and feelings about wanting to die or wanting to hurt themselves or maybe even worse, right? Like, and you just got to like stay curious and interested and be involved, you know, and I don't know, like I think mental health is like a very multifaceted thing. Like I don't even know how to describe that. Like there's so many things that affect somebody's mental health, you know what I mean? And like there's so many different factors nowadays. Like one thing I've been talking to a couple people about is like how human beings are like, we seem pretty complex, but like we're pretty simple, and we started off like, I don't know, eating, drinking, sleeping, fucking, you know, like that's basic functions. And now you got like, everybody's got a phone in their pocket, their next year is planned out, they got tickets to stuff, they got to show up at certain places at certain times, they got meetings, they got jobs, you know, they got all these things that society is like somehow developed into existence or whatever. I don't know, it's crazy.
We're cyborgs. I said we're cyborgs because I don't know if anybody has this in their hand.
Yeah, so like people are definitely hurting. Like you got all this information and stuff going on in the world that you got to be tapped in with and paying attention to. Like that'll eat you up quick, depending on what you let come at your filter, so to speak.
Yep, or being judgmental about what other people think. Do you remember the first song you wrote or first song you recorded? Put him on the spot, yo.
I mean, I did some early stuff like with Fruity Loops by myself and put it on like MySpace back in the day, and it was pretty tight.
MySpace?
And I actually like recorded some bullshit with like a little computer microphone. It was kind of cool. Like, you know, said some stupid shit like Yefta or like Midwest beats, you know, or like some shit like. And I thought that was pretty tight. So that was the first thing I ever did a long time ago, but it was weak. And then the really like the first thing I really took serious was at Randy's at Exception Studios, probably like I think this would have been December of 2020. I just called him and I was like, hey, I've been doing this forever, like writing. I'm curious about taking the next step, you know, making some music out of it. And he was like, okay. And I told him like, I don't really know that much about being in front of a microphone, but like I've been in studios, I've been around music and things. I was like, I think I know what I'm doing. So I showed up. He dialed everything in for me. I brought the beat and stuff and had everything written and dialed in. I just went in there and like laid down 2 songs in like, I don't know, a little while, you know, like an hour or something. And then he just sat there and watched him like mix and master stuff for me and asked me what I liked and what I didn't like. And, you know, bam, they were the first 2 that we made. And I loved it. At that point, I was like, sweet. Like walked in there with like a concept on paper and nothing else, and like basically started with silence, as my friend Hassan likes to say. Started with silence and came out with like a full-blown sound, like a full-blown, cooked up thing. And
I know you was like, man, I know that feeling.
hop in the car, flex on yourself. You know what I mean? Like hop in and just roll out to your own shit. Like,
and
what's anybody gonna tell you?
I mean, if that was a goal,
you're on your real fly shit when you get out of the studio and you got something in there that sounds tight on the speakers. You're like, nobody can touch me right now.
And your first professional song recorded too, because he's been around for a while. I know when I did music, which is back in 2000, he was a studio that everybody went to. So he's been a while. He's been around, for a while. I can't get it out. Been there for a while, but I've been there maybe 1 or 2 times. And I like this setup.
I met him probably in like 2007. I think 07 or 08 or something. I played in a band and we won this Battle of the Band thing locally. And one of the prize was to go record a song with him.
Gotcha.
And so that's how I met him back then. He was all right.
I mean, hold on. I mean, you see how he just says that nonchalantly, man. Hold up. So you say that again. You was in the band?
Yeah.
yeah. We gonna run it back. So did you play the instrument, guitar? See that?
Yeah, I played guitar.
Okay. What you play any other instruments?
No, I can't say that I do. I mean, I like my parents tried to get me to play piano, and some of that stuck a little bit, but
guitar was your thing.
Yeah, I wish I would have stuck with the piano though.
Gotcha. It'd be what?
That's a regret.
Hell of a benefit.
I was like, this isn't cool. This isn't.
Shit. Now you'd have been that motherfucker.
I know. Now I'm like, damn it.
You can still go back though, man.
That's true.
You know what I mean? If you already got the mind to
Luckily,
do it.
there's a bunch of people out there that are super talented at that, and I'll just like handle
He's
the part
like,
that I
nah.
really
He's
enjoy.
like, nah. Man, so what is do you have a name of a project and there's a project coming out? I want to know when it's gonna drop. Cause there's some heat. I don't even know if I can play a song, and one of the nights I'm playing music, I see if he'll okay and I'll play something. But when are you gonna drop something, man? Like a little EP.
I'm trying to right now. What I'm doing is dropping like 1 or 2 songs a month.
Okay. I mean,
just for a while, and I have a bunch of stuff recorded that I'm just kind of sitting on. I'm just going back and making more and more and trying to make it better and better and better and consistent.
But are you gonna release the old stuff eventually?
Just a couple months. Yeah, it's all just backlogged. I'm almost like. Okay. I'm kind of like I said earlier, like I'm kind of at the mercy of my graphic designer too. Like, yep. Shout out Chloe Huff, Chloe in the Prairie.
Got you. Do you make any of your own beats, or who produces your beats?
Chris Carr, Lethal Needle, Johnny Quest and Lawrence. As of recently, we came together on something that's going to be exciting. I think in the future, I really like his sound. Man, there's people I'm missing right now. Like
you good? Hey, I put you on the spot. No, respectfully.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
There's a lot of there's. I mean, at this point, after recording like a ton of songs, man, I now really have to like write shit down and like who made what, where it came from. You know what I mean? Like just to make sure when it's time to release it and credit it, like obviously like I bought it and like things are good, but like
you still want to get it right though. Give them they dues.
I have to like really because now the hard drive's starting to fill up and things are starting to really like if you don't keep it organized and stay on top of it, like it's weird. Like I mean, since I released that first song, it's been like 2 years now where I consistently just keep coming back, and that's my favorite part. It's cool shit, like seeing it just like build. It's like my Pokemon cards or something. Like
you see, I got my catalog. A lot of artists I feel like they make great music, but they sit on it. And I'm glad that you're starting to release your stuff. Matter of fact, where can they find your music right now? Like where can they pull it up so we can get some numbers?
Everywhere. Spotify, Apple Music, Pandora. I mean, every single one of them should have that at this point. Yeah.
Run it up. He spelled the name out for you earlier, man. Tap into it. And you got to get an artist page, bro. He said that. You got to get an artist page.
On Facebook, yeah.
Yeah.
I just like, I've just been sticking to Instagram. It's like cool pictures.
TikTok?
Cool, TikTok's starting to get a little bit more well-versed, man. I opened that app up and I'm like, what the fuck's going on, man? I don't have ADHD, bro, but I assume that's what it would be like if I did. Opening that shit up and there's just shit coming at you. You don't know what the fuck's going on.
If you get up, once you get on there, man, and your music is on iTunes, bro, all you got to do is make a little video, tag your music.
Yeah, the music is on there. I've opened up TikTok and seen that you can choose my music to make videos out of it. So,
get them people on there doing their little...
Yeah.
I don't know, but I've heard people getting good distribution deals and stuff like that off of TikTok. So
it's something. It's on the horizon. I think to tap into. There's so many things to do, and like between. I mean, there's so many things I got to do before I get to be an artist, or like take time to. I mean, I have so many things that have to be taken care of before I get to like
You still got to pay
buy
bills.
beats, buy stereo, you know, pay for that, make sure that's fair, pay somebody for the videos, pay somebody for for recording or mixing and mastering, like
The steps.
it's
See,
it's all on your own,
and
just
he's
like
talking
grinding
about the
out.
business side of it. If y'all didn't peep that, the business aspect of actually buying the beat, and you know what I mean. I mean, I'm not knocking y'all. Y'all pull it off of YouTube, but if you buy it, you do a lot more with it. I think.
I try to form a relationship with people, like like I don't want to just buy something from somewhere in the world. Like I want to know who it is and talk to them and be like, yo, what are you about?
Yeah.
And then take what they got and send it back to them. And it's so sick when people are like, damn, bro, like people just it's
You
really
want to build
sick.
what was it called? Build a rapport with the people that you work with. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's always about safety and connection, bro. And
Yep. The
that's
connection.
what it comes down to. And there's a connection right there with whoever, like.
Yep. And connection is a big part of the music now. You got to be able to talk and mingle with people that you normally wouldn't. That person might be the person you need to talk to get in that door that you think's closed.
And too many people are just like sour and bitter, man. Like
Facts.
if somebody's doing something cool, I'm just
Facts.
like, dope. Whether I like it or not, like I don't have to love the shit. Like I don't even have to like it. It's just like, man, you know what? Cool. You did something tight. You woke up and decided to use your 24 hours in that way.
To do something different.
The same way I'd use my 24 hours to do some of the shit that I do. You know what I mean? Like, and I don't know. If somebody wants to knock me for it, that's cool, I guess. But I will not participate. Like, if you're doing something cool and you feel good about it, tight. I encourage you to do that.
Whatever floats your boat is, hey, I agree, man. I agree. So who have you worked with as of now? Or who have you worked with so far?
Artists that I've come together with in the studio.
Yeah.
This
Again,
lady,
I put him on the block. You know what I mean? So respectfully, if you forget
this
somebody.
lady, this artist, she's really great. Veda, she's somebody actually that works in the Canadian radio stations, and
That's hard.
Yep, she actually got one of my songs played in Montreal on a radio station, which
That's
is
hard.
crazy.
That's
Yep,
really hard.
FM radio. I was like, damn, that's wild. So she and I stayed in touch, and she was making a song and asked me if I'd do a verse, and so I sent her like, I don't know, 5, 6, 7 variations of what I thought would be cool.
Yeah, pick
and just
one.
all tracked out for her,
That's dope.
and let her and her engineer like decide what they want to do with it.
Look, I got you. I'm not gonna say one. I got several. You got options. I'm playing. That's what's up.
Yeah, I wanted to have let her have something to play with and
That's dope though.
chop up. So she sent me back something that I originally didn't really like, and then I listened to it again, and now that I've listened to it a few times, man, I think it's pretty tight. So I think I'm gonna let it ride.
That's what's up. I'm with that.
And then Young B, Beetle, he and I got one in the vault that I need to kind of go back and do some of my ad-libbing, and that's gonna be coming out. It's gonna come out soon. It's sick.
Okay. And we had him on here too, man. So
yeah, that's a good guy.
that's gonna be hard. Yeah. That's gonna be hard. I can't wait to hear that.
That's my guy. He's got some good shit. He laid down something hard for me, man. We came in the studio and had a good time. The Respect song that I made, I love that song. That track is just super sick. And he was there when I made that. We came together in the studio and I laid that song down. He was just chilling, and then afterwards he was like fired up, ready to go. Then we stepped in and did the other one, and it was awesome. Like it just came together super
I'm done.
organically.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the artist from Canada was the first one where I'd like sent something out to somebody.
Okay.
I've like only been together with Chris in the same place, and I guess with Eli too. We recorded some at his house, and that was dope. So yeah,
Yes,
I guess that's.
We need to
another
get you
person.
in here too. Why you in here acting like, yo, you do music too? Come on, man. That's what's up though.
Yeah.
We're gonna talk afterwards. We get you tapped in. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Anybody big you wanna work with? That like major though, like major wise.
Shit, man. There's a lot of people. I love a lot of music, but it's a pretty obvious, clear-cut answer. I think to anybody who my dream collab would be, it's obviously Doja Cat.
Got you. You said straight up.
Yeah.
Straight up. That's the top.
She's doing it all.
Got you.
If you think you're doing it, Doja Cat's probably doing it sicker.
Say less. Right. You did give me one of those cards with the QR, whatever it is, the code on it. What does that go to your page?
Yeah, it goes to my link tree where it's got everything, man. It's got all my music videos, my Spotify links, all the other links. You can send me an email. You can send me some money. You can do whatever you want.
Tap in. Hey, send me a. Do you have a digital one you can send me?
Yeah.
I'll post it
I
in
can
the
get it
thing
for
when we
you.
get on there, bet. Well, again, thank you for pulling up, man, just chopping it up. You know what I mean? We're going to have
Thanks
an
for
update
having me.
interview when you start performing because I want to follow the story. Like, once you start performing, we'll try to come in, get some footage. You
I'm
know
ready,
what I mean?
man.
Or even
ready.
a studio session. You know what I
Whatever.
mean? You down with that?
Yeah.
Man, appreciate you. My
Thank you, man.
guy. And we out.